Do you believe the KJV is the correct? Absolutely. King James Version is closest to Hebrew, Aramaic, and Coney Greek. Trust me. NIV, NLT, all those scriptures are very dangerous. They pull from the Codex Sinaiticus, Codex Vaticanus. They're from the Alexandrian doctrine. So if you guys are reading with NIV, NLT, I'm telling you guys, please consider switching. And I'm just calling it out right now. It's not a good thing. Why? I'll show you. Pull up Matthew 18:11. Pull it up. Tell me what it says. NLT, NIV people. ESV, CSBs too. It's not there. It's just one verse. Okay, go to the chapter before that, Matthew 17:21. Pull that up. Why isn't it there? Matthew 17:21 says, this demon gets casted out with nothing except prayer and fasting. Why would you remove that? Prayer and fasting is part of spiritual life. Matthew 18:11 says, Jesus came for those who were lost. Why would you remove that? KJV has it though. People aren't teaching these types of things. There's many verses. John 5:4, Acts chapter 8, verse 37. Many, I can keep going. There's a whole list. No, it's not. It doesn't matter. It's in the footnotes. What they're saying when they say it's in the footnotes is because they want to keep reading NIV. And keep reading. That's okay.
Alright, so we're going to stop it there. So basically, this is pretty much the classic King James Version is the best, which is not actually true. So basically, the King James manuscripts were translated from 8 different manuscripts, right? So it has accuracy and everything else. It also has additions from those 8 manuscripts. So then the difference is like the NIV, ESV, everything else, they are translated from over 5,800 manuscripts. So we have a lot more data and a lot more evidence of the differences in translation and context and everything else. So they find these differences in the manuscripts, which gives it more accuracy, not less. So the reason why they're still in there in the footnotes in Matthew 17:21 is because it wasn't found in the earliest manuscripts like Codex Vaticanus and Codex Sinaiticus, which I'm not quite sure why he has issues with, because they're inherently accurate scripture. So it's not about them not being scriptural, because you can correlate them in and everything else. So I wouldn't remove them fully, because even the scribes didn't. If they felt it was supposed to be in there, they would put it in like a scribe section, like on the side basically. And that's basically what we do too. We don't take anything out of scripture, and we don't put anything into scripture. We can elaborate, which is why there's like Zondervan study Bibles, Jake's study Bibles, a bunch of different study Bibles for that purpose. But you're not changing the word of scripture or anything else. And all of those differences in the verses that are pulled out, as he would say, of the other versions, they're not actually pulled out. They're in the footnotes, like we said, and none of them are actual salvific issues. So it's kind of a moot point. And like I said, it's all about textual variance. And there's translation versus transliteration, which changes some things too, which is why I use ESV instead of NIV, because transliteration issues in the NIV are a little more different. You have to read it more. You have to do more back and forth with the Greek translations to find more accuracy in the words, everything else, which is why I use the ESV. But I also use the Logo software, which is fantastic, by the way. So, in the great words of the Wesley Huff, the greatest version of the Bible is the one you read. So, yeah, that's it for that. All right.